What's up everybody? Wesley here from Maximize Your Life, and in this video I'll be talking about 7 questions you can ask yourself if you want to get to know yourself better. And in my video about 3 ways to spend your time useful during the Corona crisis, I mentioned that you can ask yourself certain questions to get to know yourself better and find out what it is you really want in life. I provided a few examples of questions you could ask yourself, but today I will provide 7 key questions which will also cover the questions from the other video. To check out the other video, I provided a link to it in the description below. So let's waste no more time and get to it. Question number 1. What do you like? Looks like a simple question, but maybe it's not. A part of knowing who you are is knowing about what makes you feel good. And we all find pleasure in different things, and it's important to find out what you like. Being able to say, I like this, forms quite a large part of our identity. So take some time to figure out what makes you feel good. Creating a list, for example, of things that you enjoy or things which help shaping you as a person can be helpful. Think about, for example, what food do you enjoy eating? What do you like doing when you're not working? And who you enjoy spending your time with? Our hobby says a lot about us, so also think about those things. Think about how you spend your spare time and what it may say about you. Remember though, this is not a time to be critical, but simply to reflect. And also important to know is what you don't like. So this is our second question. What don't you like? We often try or pretend to like things that we don't actually enjoy in order to fit in with other people. This usually leads to feeling unhappy. Rather than forcing yourself into situations that you know you won't enjoy, learn to speak up when you don't like something. This is a big part of your personality, so there's absolutely no shame in saying no to certain events that you already know you won't like. Simply accept that some things just aren't for you. No problem at all. It doesn't make you less of a person. Everyone has something that they don't like. We're all humans after all, isn't it? And it's perfectly natural to have dislikes, and learning what they are helps you shape your life for the better. And that's what Maximize Your Life is all about. Have you ever thought about making another list of things you don't like? Rather than trying to be someone you're not, learn to be just okay with who you are. Okay, question number 3. What matters to you? We all grow up with a set of beliefs and values that are installed in our brains by our parents or people who cared for us, the schools we have been to, and people who we hang out with. And as we grow up, it can be very easy to stick with these values and never really consider whether or not they are still serving you, whether or not you still believe in them. Many of us have a set of values that have been actually influenced by our childhood. And these values may actually no longer be serving us. Think about what actually matters to you and check that those values are still relevant in your current adult life. If not, you might have to reshape your values. It can be helpful to write down a list, yes, again a list, of things you prioritize in life and think about why they are so important to you. Okay, question number 4. What are you good at? This is a really big part of who you are as a person. So take some time and make sure you take yourself seriously. Remember, feeling successful comes in different forms for everyone. We are all unique individuals. It can be difficult at first to think of things you're good at, but if you persevere, there will be definitely a longer list than you first might have thought. So just sit down and take the time to evaluate your life and yourself, from what you do to your personality, how you act around others, and so on. If you're really struggling with this question, you could ask a close friend or a loved one for some help. Ask them about the things that they admire in you, such as being a good friend or being reliable and trustworthy, being a good listener. Write it all down and make the list as long as possible. And when you're done, reflect back on it. When you're having a bad day or when you find yourself questioning who you really are, this can be very helpful. So you might have asked someone to tell you what they admire in you, but what do you admire in others? This is actually our next question, because sometimes the way we see other people can tell something about how we see ourselves. And in a world of social media, many people are continuously comparing themselves and their lives to other people. This is actually a very dangerous way of thinking, and because of that, many of us feel insecure and even threatened by what other people are doing with their lives. We question why we just cannot seem to have a body like they have, or why we are not rich like they are, or things like that. It is not good for your mental health. Part of getting to know yourself is letting go of unhealthy and unrealistic expectations and pressures and just be happy with the way you are. Stop trying to be the person you think others want or expect you to be, and accept who you are right now and this very moment. Yes, it's again a good idea to make a list to get in touch with yourself. So think about the questions we've gone through so far and then move on to the next question, which is question number 6. What drives you? This is also something very important, because the way we act depends on a lot of things, and it massively shapes us, who we are as people. Think about what motivates you to act in a certain way. Is it financial? Has it to do with compassion, or is it a personal desire to be the best in whatever field you like? Whatever is the driving force behind you, learn to value it and to reflect on it. By learning what pushes you forward, you can find effective ways to motivate yourself in new activities or projects, whatever your plan is. Think about your daily routine and what gets you through it. Do you wake up early every day, or do you desperately snooze your alarm until the last minute? I cut myself sometimes doing that. Do you work well under pressure, or are you an amazing planner? Are you satisfied easily, or does it take a lot to make you feel like you've done well? Thinking about these aspects of your life is really important, as it allows you to see what type of person you are, and it also gives you the chance to reflect on your current life choices and how healthy they are for you. Finding out what really motivates you in life, may it be work, friendships, or relationships, whatever, can have a huge impact on your well-being. So it's really worth considering. Write down another list, another list of things that really drives you forward. It could be your competitive edge, or making your partner happy, or even the glass of wine you treat yourself with after a long day. Okay, that being said, let's move on to the last question, number 7. Why do you do what you do? In many cases, it counts that who we are now is heavily influenced by our younger selves. Your experiences during your childhood and teenage years could probably have hugely been impacted on how you see the world right now, and also how you act in it. So also with your relationships, with your family and friends, they all play a big role in who you are as an adult. This can be also something positive, such as my father is or was very strong and now I am as well. But it can obviously have negative effects too. So take some time to reflect on your current behaviors and how they could be linked to past events. This can help you put together more pieces of the puzzle that makes you you. Finding out why we act the way we do can be an upsetting process at times, but the questions we ask ourselves that provoke emotions are often the ones that are the most important. By uncovering things from your past, that you have potentially hidden in your subconscious mind, you'll have the opportunity to learn more about yourself. Instead of making a list, you can try this time journaling. I did it myself and it helped me to map out certain behavior patterns, and it could help you as well. Try finding links to past occurrences. So if this feels too difficult for you, do it with a close friend or loved one by speaking out loud and working through what you can remember from your childhood. You may be surprised which memories can be triggered. So this is what I wanted to talk about with you. 7 key questions. And I want to end this video with an important message, which is that you need to have faith in yourself. Your self-belief often results from your general values in life and what you believe what's important as well, what makes you feel good about yourself and what pushes you to do more, to go for the extra mile. Remember that you are a human being with the freedom and the power to change at whatever point you want. It's never too late to make any changes, and part of knowing yourself is feeling satisfied with the choices you make, and this comes with the acknowledgement that everything is temporary unless you choose to make it something permanent. And by questioning yourself and reflecting on what you're doing with your life, you'll be opening yourself up to the possibility of change. You can either stay set in your ways or shift towards a healthier choice, towards healthier choices, if you want to. That's the beauty of life. So, if this video helped you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done that. So let's work on ourselves together. We talk, we train hard. So I just want to say, keep up the good work, keep going, and have an awesome Sunday. And I see you in the next video.